welcome back to Matt's World, and today I'm joined by the gorgeous Robyn Reynolds.
Oh my goodness. Gorgeous coming from you. Are you joking?
Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Thanks for having me.
And you're an award-winning comedian, which is so exciting.
Is it?
Let's not dwell. So you're here from England.
I am, but I've lived in Australia for close to a decade now.
Really?
And I've only ever done comedy in Australia.
Really? Did you started it doing it out here?
Yeah, I started doing comedy in Sydney.
Really? I've never lived in Sydney, but I feel like there would have been a time when I wanted to move, but now I'm kind of like back in Melbourne. I'm like, it's nice here, you know?
I love Melbourne and I love Sydney, which I understand is maybe not what most people in Melbourne and Sydney say. There's like this weird, I never know whether it's a joke or whether it's a weird real rivalry.
Yeah, it is a weird rivalry because it's like they're actually just both really nice places.
They're both really nice places in very, very different ways. But I do have a joke about if Sydney and Melbourne were sisters. Oh my God, an analogy. She's a writer. I think if Sydney and Melbourne were sisters, maybe Sydney is the more conventionally attractive sister.
Yeah, and the other one's a bit emo.
But then you try and talk to Sydney and she's a bitch, is what I normally say. Because she's very, very beautiful and can be quite cruel.
Yeah, I feel that. And I feel like she would be an influencer or something.
She would be a gorgeous influencer who would be so fun, but
100%.
You're not actually friends with her.
So true. No one really knows her.
Yeah, like you could have an amazing night out with her, but she's not actually going to help you move.
100%.
That was what Sydney felt like for me. It felt like very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Surrounded by fair weather friends.
Okay. Oh my God, fair weather friends is such a great term. I feel like I haven't heard anyone say that in such a long time.
But I love Sydney and I love obviously there are some people in Sydney that are gorgeous and beautiful and I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt it very, very hard to make friends in Sydney, I think, because there are so many people in that city that were born in that city, go to high school in that city, go to university in that city and never leave.
Cliques.
They're already in a clique. They don't need you.
That's Australia in general.
Melbourne, I found it more international. I found it easier to make friends.
Okay.
Like I was in Sydney for 7 years and I've maybe got like 2 or 3 like really good friends from Sydney. Whereas in Melbourne, I feel like I've already amassed so many great people around me.
That's
just because
so good to know.
There's so many people who travelled here and then have chosen to live here. And that just makes you more open to making friends because you don't have your whole...
Yeah, so real. It's the same in London. And you're married. Did you ever date here in Australia?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I met my husband at an open mic in Sydney.
Oh, my God, because he's a comedian too?
He's a comedian too.
Stunning. I feel like, is that common for comedians to date?
It's common for comedians to... Fuck.
No, fair. And I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it's common. The comedy scene is very incestuous.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
what's your colleagues? You know what I mean?
Your colleagues, but there's no HR. And if anything, sleeping with each other is almost encouraged.
Yeah, it's not frowned upon. Like,
no.
And also, I feel like comedians... There's like a common thread that it's, you know, people that weren't cool in high school and then, you know, were always kind of funny and intelligent. You have to be smart to like be funny. And then
Thank you so much for saying that.
And it's so true. But I feel like the emo girls in school who were a bit outcast, always the horniest girls, you know, and the horniest guys, like they're like online and they're watching crazy shit.
Well, I'm sure... As Freddie, I think Freddie on your podcast. Yeah, I'm sure Freddie mentioned clowns are fucking.
Oh my God, this clowns
are the horniest.
Discourse is honestly like...
Clowns are the horniest people.
Okay, this is crazy.
They're in great shape, they're physical comedians, they're bendy.
Are they in great... Is Jim Carrey a clown? Like OG Jim Carrey?
I mean...
Because, like, I was watching Ace Ventura yesterday, which didn't age well, but let's be honest, it is really funny. Like, his physical comedy is so interesting. Like the way he can move his face and just look like Jack Nicholson suddenly. You know, like, how have you done this?
Yeah, he is incredibly funny. I don't know whether I think of him as the same way that I think of like the clowns that I've met in Melbourne and Edinburgh.
What is a clown? Because I keep asking Freddie this. I know they go to clown school, but like Freddie's like, it's not red-nosed clown. That's racist. It's a whole different thing. I need to get a clown.
I'm a stand-up and I do some musical comedy.
The names of the clowns, you know, and I'm reaching out because I need to do a clown pod.
Yeah, I'll give you some clowns. But yeah, like Elf Lyons is like an incredible clown.
All right, well, I'll be reaching out to him.
They will not be able to come on this. I think they're based in London.
Okay, stunning. Well, we'll talk about it later. We've gone so much into comedy, which I know we wanted to veer away from.
I think I'm going to have to cut all of this.
It's so fine, and Lord knows we can. But I want to know, so you've had your dating life here in Australia, and then you were lucky enough to find your husband who, to quote you, is the only good man alive.
He's the only good man in the whole world. Yeah. Sorry if there are any men out there who want to plead their case. Slide into my DMs and don't ask to come on my feet, because that's happened before.
Stunning.
Thank you.
Well, glad you got the dogs out, because it's great for views.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get on Wiki feet.
Really? I feel like I should start just wearing no socks.
I feel like that's the mark of when you know you've made it as a comedian, when you're on Wiki feet.
But I get cold toes, you know?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's cold down here. We're in the basement.
It is cold. It is a bit nippy. But I feel like if anything, that's perking my toes up.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what do toe people like in a toe?
And please message us.
Yeah, hell yeah. Do I have an extra long second toe?
Okay, I'm pretty sure that'll be prized.
Really?
I have no idea what I'm saying.
I heard it's...
I'm just straight vibing. I have no idea.
Knowing them so well.
Oh yeah,
they're into that. Hell yeah, brother. Right, well, I want to know, what's your funniest date story? Because this is Mads World Classic.
My funniest date story?
Like the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
The worst date or the funniest date?
Both.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
The worst date that immediately pops into my head, and I don't know how good this is going to be for a podcast, but I was trying to date women in Sydney, which, ladies of Sydney, if there are any of you watching, you made it very difficult.
Why?
I was casting the net far and wide, I will be honest. And I moved to Bondi first in Sydney. That's where I moved.
That was a choice.
Thank you. Well, I'm English, and, we want to be by the beach, and I don't know if, and I say this on stage sometimes, I don't know if you're going to believe me, but in England, I'm quite attractive.
You are attractive.
No, thank you. That's too kind.
No, you literally are.
But Bondi was just humbling.
Yeah, everyone there is just and you know what pisses me off? People talk about the Aussie effect, which is coming to Australia and becoming hotter. And I'm you literally just got a tan and didn't have hard water for a bit. Hard water in
Australians
England
are so much more attractive.
No, but I think it's because we just don't have hard water. And I'm serious. In England, you wash your hair, it's gritty, so it's awful. No, it's a thing. I literally step on this soil and I go up 3 points on the hotness scale. I go to England and I'm why am I suddenly fat? My fake tan doesn't stay on my body, so I'm just pale. My skin goes bad and my hair's brittle and dry. And I'm this country makes you ugly. The pollution makes you ugly.
That's so funny.
There's black snot coming. If I pick my nose after the tube, it's black. I'm
yeah, you are right. Yeah. But we just kind of vibe with the black snot.
No, and this is the thing. You kind of just vibe. You
can fuck with black snot in London.
And you can fuck with ugly people. Because I'm do you know what? There's something...
why did I just agree with that? I don't think English people are unattractive. No. I just, it was just a new level of...
hotness.
Of beauty, but also of a beauty regimen that I had never really
hard
experienced. Yeah, the girls I made friends with were just I was sort of trying to do activities that I'd done with friends in London. And so I was trying to drag people to watch comedy shows with me.
Yeah.
And they were always... I did a couple of those beach... God, I can't even remember what the exercise class was called.
Beach yoga and stuff?
No, it was pounding the sand and jogging and marching and doing burpees and stuff at 6 a.m.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
It was insane. And then after that, it's the green juices and the Botox. And I was young and they're all so young and so beautiful. And it was a level of beauty and just... that I had never experienced. So I just immediately felt quite frumpy and low maintenance in a bad way.
Oh, but I think in London, the low maintenance, just thinking about going to the Shacklewell Arms and it's just filthy and there's just piss everywhere and you've got your Doc Martens on and you're so drunk and then you've just got a blocked nose and you've ordered a bag off some random guy that comes on a motorbike and you've got glittery eyeshadow and everyone has a gun and I'm just and then you just listen to the most best band ever. You've got red wine spilled on your fur coat that. It's just and you go out the back and there's the people you meet in those places are just the most insane crowd of ragamuffins. And I'm that is so beautiful to me,
the world that you've just evoked with your words is so true to form. Also, did you just steal my word gunt?
Did you say Gunt?
Yeah.
Wait, when? Oh, pre-pod.
When I was sitting down.
No, I do. I think maybe it was in my head because you said
God,
Gunt, but I love that word. I also love...
you are welcome to it.
Yeah.
I want you to have the word Gunt.
I also love Fupa, fat upper pussy area.
Fupa, yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So good.
Also,
and,
what's wrong with a fat pussy? Am I right, ladies?
Right? But also, what does it mean? Like, my friend was saying that, like, my guy she was sleeping with was like, oh, you have the fattest pussy, it's awesome. And she was like, what does this mean? I'm
That's
like,
a huge compliment.
yeah, but like fat, like under the carriage, like,
I think
where
it
is
feels
it fat?
nice.
What? Yeah, but
Beautiful fat pussy.
Like,
That's
what's
not,
a
I don't
skinny
think that's
pussy?
what a fupa. I don't know.
who's got a
I've
skinny
never had
pussy?
one and I've never met one. But yeah, worst dates.
Oh yeah,
I'll try to get us off. I'm trying to get
It's
us
okay.
off fupa.
Yeah, go back from Fupa. Worst or funniest date story.
Well, this
of all
was
time.
my worst date, and again, I don't know if you're going to find this funny. It's not particularly funny. I was trying to date women, and I was on Bumble because Hinge didn't exist yet, and I turned off men on Bumble.
Yep.
But they still came up. Like, even if you...
What?
Hey, back in 2017,
Yeah.
this is before I was doing comedy, when I was just in Sydney in my 20s, and I put it on. I just wanted to see women pop up, but you still get like Darren, Dave, like Scott. It was so
Classic.
weird. Yeah, just classic. Because I don't think there were enough women on Bumble, and I didn't know. Oh, maybe I don't know whether Her was around, but I didn't know about like lesbian dating apps anyway. And I'd had so many bad dates with guys, and I was just really, really, really trying to get on a date with a girl.
Yeah.
And I matched with this girl, and she seemed like really keen. She was really, really into the fact that I was short.
Oh.
Look, I mean, hey, I am very short, but she's really tall, and she was like, how tall are you? And I was like 4'11".
Are you 4'11"? I've never met someone in the fours apart from Daniel Radcliffe.
Hey, baby. It's me and Daniel Radcliffe.
That's, yeah.
We're very similar.
You're down there.
In a lot of ways. And yeah, we were already on WhatsApp, and she like, when I said I was 4'11", she like sent me a picture of herself being like, so I was like, but I know, it was a bit, but that's what I mean. Like it was, but I was into it because I was like, I just like,
Yeah.
So I was like, please just, you can't be any worse than the men I've been on dates with recently.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, so we go to Newtown Hotel.
Okay.
And she's pretty and she smells nice.
2 pluses.
Which is so much more than some of the men who'd rocked up today.
Yeah.
Personal hygiene, fellas. But we're sitting there, and she's obviously in like a really weird mood.
Yeah.
And I go and get us 2 rosés, and I come back, and I think I was like, so what's your favorite film or something? You know, whatever. I'm not saying I'm the best date in the world.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to ask a question. And she literally, in response to that, goes, I can't believe I'm going to tell this story in a podcast. She goes, did you know if you want to kill yourself, you have to slit your wrists long ways and not horizontally? And there was just like a beat of silence, and I went, I love Back to the Future. Because I was just like, I don't know what you're supposed to say.
How do I respond to this?
And yeah, she just kept like dragging the mood into like...
What?
Quite a depressing.
Was she like open, like obviously like an emo like kind of gal?
She didn't turn up to the date with black lipstick and a trench coat. She looked like every girl in Newtown. Like,
maybe she thought it was her way of being like connecting with people. You know, some people overshare to connect, which I often do. But like, was she drunk? Had she had like multiple drinks?
She didn't seem drunk. She just seemed like obviously in a very bad place. And I didn't know what my duty of care was to this person. So I just kind of was like, I tried a few more different kind of conversation diversions, and then I let her talk for a bit. And then basically I managed to get her outside and just be like, hey, if you're like really feeling this way, I think, you should go home and maybe like call your mum or something.
You're a good person. Because I would just fucking leave.
I went back into the bar. Because I now more than ever needed a second rosé.
Yeah, 100%.
And I went back down, and shout out Newtown Hotel. I went back into this bar in Newtown, and I went back downstairs to where I had been sitting. And I came back in, and as I came back in, the bartender like poured me a rosé on the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I like tried to pay, and she was like, no, I heard your date.
And she gave you a free wine because she was like, yeah.
Free. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then I literally stayed there like all night, and I just, and I got really, really, really plastered. And then I made out with a girl on the dance floor.
Oh my God, I love this story.
And then she was married. So
To
it
a
was
man?
just like, but I believe so.
Yeah.
So it was just a roller coaster of an evening.
Wait, so she went home when you said, I think you should go home.
Yes, this is a different girl.
That's so funny. But I love when a bartender, because I feel like if you were a bartender, I would just be listening in on everyone's shit. Like, I would literally be like, just there snooping in on everyone's business.
And it was really empty when we rocked up. And we were so obviously on like a Tinder or a Bumble date as well. Like, so obviously. And I remember when I went to go and get the rosés at the bar, the bartender was kind of like, oh, you know, like in a cute way.
Yeah.
And then just immediately she's like, I would do it in the bath. And I'm just like,
oh my days. That is so... Like, I mean, I want to say mental, but like literally, like that's.
Anyways, sorry. That was one of my worst dates. There was another time, but I haven't really. Do you want to talk about something else, or do you want more bad dates?
As much as you like. It's just an open forum.
No, you had so many other good questions. We can always come back to,
for sure,
bad dates.
I want to know, what's the cringiest thing you've done while you were heartbroken?
The cringiest thing I've done while I was heartbroken?
Yeah, because I know what mine is, and it's really weird and bad. I can tell you mine if you want to give you some inspo.
Yeah, go on. Let's have one of yours.
So
let's get some oversharing from you.
Yeah, that's what the whole pod is every week. But my ex, he moved away and we were doing long distance, and then he ended up breaking up with me, and I ended up paying, because I was in London, he was in Leeds, I paid for Hinge Premium and then put the marker on his house, set the radius to 1K just to see if he was on there, and then like ended up finding him, and then like his profile was so bad that I was like relieved, because I was like, no one's gonna match with him if he looks like that.
That's amazing.
I know, like genuinely FBI level shit.
Women are so clever.
We're so smart. Like the other FBI shit, this is like what I've done, not when heartbroken, but like if I have a crush.
It's cringy, but I'm impressed.
No, 100%. Like women in STEM. 100%. And like finding a guy, like meeting a guy on Tinder or Hinge, right? If you have their name and like, you know, they live in Melbourne and you have their job title, which is on there, LinkedIn, that's the tool for sussing out men.
Don't they see that you've seen...
I've got mine in private. Wow. Yeah, that's like FBI level shit as well.
Good
like,
Lord.
And also like even if someone's name, especially if they have a name like Alessandro, which I'm like, a lot of people are called that, but not in Melbourne.
Shout out to Alessandro.
Shout out to Alessandro. And I feel like I did do this with a guy called Alessandro. And then you kind of get a vibe. You're like, are you? Because LinkedIn tells you a lot about the person. Like, are you posting like AI slop, like cringy bullshit? I'm like, yes, I don't want to date you.
Yeah, you're going to do revenge porn of me.
Yeah, no, 100%. You're going to do deep fake porn.
Yeah.
With me. And
I'm in it to be on WikiFeet, not revenge porn.
No, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my most cringiest thing. I think that's something that I've come to terms with now, but like at the time it was like I knew that I was doing something that was so unhinged. I was like, this is not the behavior of a sane woman, you know?
Oh, what is?
Yeah. I mean, so true. Probably not being in the pub and talking about opening your wrists.
Oh my God, she was not okay.
Poor girl.
I hope that she is all right. I'm sorry to have used her on a podcast.
It's okay. I'm sure like she would have loved it in a way. It's what she would have wanted.
Maybe she would. Is she dead? Oh my God.
To know. And you know what? Let's move on.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm dragging the mood into the bathtub.
No. Not the bathtub.
Not the bathtub.
Right. What's the cringiest thing you've done for love then? Or if you had a crush?
I can go back to primary school.
Hell yeah. Take it back. Take us on a journey.
Yeah. I was 10 and I had changed primary schools because we had moved house.
Yeah.
And I had this crush on the boy in year 6. So I'm in year 5. Year 6 is the last year of primary school.
Yep.
There was this dress up day at the school. And we had gone to Spain on like a family holiday or something a few years prior, and my lovely grandma had bought me these this flamenco dress up thing, you know, like just this cute little plasticky nylon thing, and I squeezed myself into it it was absolutely busting because obviously like it was for when I was a small girl, and now I'm almost really a prepubescent girl.
Okay.
At like 10, and
You got the skate ramp boobs
like it
going
was
on.
yeah, like it was
elf shoes.
heaps, like, and I like, you know, painstakingly like curled all the bits of my hair that weren't curly and put in huge like kind of clip-on plastic earrings.
Iconic.
And
what is the costume of? Like, what is it?
like it's a flamenco-y, like a Spanish flamenco dress.
Yeah, I'm with
Like
you now.
literally but tiny and child-sized and in really cheap material.
Was this boy Spanish?
No,
Okay.
in no way did he have anything to do with the country of España. And neither did I.
Oh.
Like just thought this is the outfit, even though it's now like kind of 2 years too small for me. And I'd like waddled to school. Oh no, sorry, I had like bright red lipstick on, and I saw him in the corridor, and I like, you know, sort of like it was a very tight like dress, and I kind of like sidled over to him, and I was like, "Hello, Michael. Like this dress is from Spain." Like, you know, just as like literally like what was I even thinking? And I did like a big smile, and I was like, "And I have castanets." And he was like,
the clickers.
And he was like, "You have lipstick all over your teeth."
Oh. You were you literally just wanted to impress him.
I had castanets.
That is, as in like the clackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Castanets. Full flamenco outfit.
Teeth covered with lipstick.
Teeth covered with lipstick.
No.
10 years old.
This is so crazy because, like, you know what that makes me think is, like, how many times did a boy do something with us and, like, we didn't know that they were peacocking or, like, trying to get our attention? And
I guess I was peacocking.
But, like, we just immediately shut it down and were like, that's weird. Like, and it just stayed with them for the, like, that has stayed with you.
I don't think of any boys liked me in school and were peacocking near me.
People like weird things. Like, there was this one kid and he named his dog Maddie. And I was like, is that because of me? He's like, no, obviously not. And I'm like, and then now I'm like, yes, it was.
That's insane.
That's 100% why you named it that. I'm sorry.
Was the dog cute?
Any dog with oodle in the name, I just don't care about. Like,
wow,
I know that's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
I just think like
I love the oodle family.
No, people like them because they're hypoallergenic. They don't share. They're smart. Like poodles are good.
I like them because they're curly.
I don't like the curly hair.
Oh, wow.
I just think I'm like, I don't know. They just look like they remind me of Will Ferrell. That's all. And I just think
I see that.
Will Ferrell just pisses me off.
Look, fair enough.
You know, I just think like he did one good film. Anchorman, well, is he in Dodgeball?
Really?
Is Dodgeball, is that him?
I think...
No.
I don't know.
No, that's Ben Stiller.
I don't know enough about Will Ferrell's. But I like... He's in this film with...
Zoolander?
No, with... oh my God, I'm going to have to Google it.
What is
Where
it?
he's like... He's being narrated and it's really good.
I like him as Mugatu.
Oh, yeah, he's brilliant in Zoolander.
Yeah. I
Will
like... Do you know what? I do think his early stuff's good, but I think like him in things
Emma
now...
Thompson.
He just plays... He always plays this negative old man at the moment.
Stranger Than Fiction and Bewitched are probably my favourite Will Ferrell films.
Bewitched, as in like... Is it an old school reboot of the show?
With Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. I watched it literally the other day. I love it so much.
And was he good in that?
Yeah, I rewatch that film probably once a year.
Yeah, anyway.
I love that film.
I hate oodle dogs because they remind me of Will Ferrell, and I think he's become a bitter old man. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't have any other reason. I just think...
I also had a fan.
As in... What?
So I had castanets in one hand and I had a fan in the other.
Oh, good. Great.
Yeah,
Thank you for closing the loop on that
That's
one.
okay, yeah.
Love that. What is the funniest reason you've ever cried?
The funniest reason I've ever cried?
Yeah.
I know exactly what I have. Okay, so I had to have my wisdom teeth taken out in Australia, in Sydney, because they were impacted.
They love taking them out here.
Well, I was very new to Sydney. It was a whole shebang. It was a whole situation. I was very new to Sydney. I had no money and no friends, not to brag. And I went for like a routine dentist checkup, and they were like, because my jaw, it's a long story, but I was suffering from a lot of different illnesses, so I didn't even really notice my teeth. I think I was vaguely aware that my teeth hurt a bit. But I went in and they were like, your wisdom teeth are severely impacted and one of them is infected.
Ooh,
and
fun.
we don't know how basically you've been living your life. And I was like, I've got a lot going on. It's a long
What
story.
a flex to be in that much pain everywhere else you don't notice you have an infected wisdom tooth.
It's a long story.
Good for you.
It's an award-winning solo show. But so they were like, these need to come out immediately. And I am sort of there thinking, how much is this going to cost?
Yeah.
And I just cannot tell you how shocked they were. People just do not like to talk about money. And I just came straight in with how much. And they sort of like put me on a payment plan, but they were like, this needs to be done. I know, yeah. Good dentist. Yeah. And orthodontist, in fact, I think was... No, dentist. Oh my God, I am really locked into these nonsensical details today. So I book in as quickly as I can. Yeah. And I didn't realize that you would need someone to pick you up.
Oh, because it's like proper under general anesthetic and everything.
Yeah, they put something in the back of my hand and it was kind of like twilighting. So like you're kind of awake, but like out of it.
Like when they do eyeball surgery and that.
Apparently. I don't know. Maybe, yes.
My dad had eyeball surgery last week, so he's got a bubble in his eye right now. It's like a level on, like a tool. It's like a...
That's so weird. Is his eye going to be okay?
Yeah, he's all right now, I think. He's just, tatted attached retina.
But does he kind of remember the surgery?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
See, that's weird.
It's like half. It's kind of like being in a K-hole, I think.
Oh, because I don't remember the surgery.
Yeah, but you remember being in a K-hole. Like one time I was in a K-hole so bad I thought I was a fetus hurtling through space and I could like see galaxies and shit.
How do we know that you weren't?
Well, this is what I'm saying, and I've been saying this.
You've lived many lives.
One time I was in Brighton. This is so
one time it was just so similar to being in a K-hole.
No, genuinely, I was in Brighton on the beach.
Brighton, UK, or Brighton, UK, Australia? Okay,
this is not in Brighton, Australia. But like, if it was, they would have called the police. But like, I did a double nang. So like.
What's a double nang?
So one nang in the balloon.
And one nang up the bum.
No, yeah, two in the pink, one in the sting. No, you fill up the balloon with one nang and then you fill it up again. So it's two nangs in one. And then did that, like, breathing out. And then basically I tripped out so much that I left the beach, went home, had a shower, got the train back to London, like lived a whole day, and then suddenly just opened my eyes and I was on the beach and sat up and I literally lived like 20, it was fucked. And I was like, whoa, how the fuck am I still here? And it was like all of it, I did all that shit and then I just like woke up and was like, oh.
That's crazy.
It was fucking mental. Yeah. Double nangs.
Double nangs. Not for the faint of heart.
Honestly, you can buy double nangs in Bali at like bars. Like I was in the double nangs at like a hostel bar.
We are having such different holidays.
Yeah. Well, this was when was it? Probably like 8 years ago. But like,
no, I mean like absolutely.
Yeah, like
claim to fame. Like that's so lovely for you.
Yeah. No, like I'm like notoriously insane. So
notoriously into double nangs.
Yeah. Double nanging. I haven't done a nang in a very long time, but like it's $2 for a double nang at a bar in Bali. And like you just like people be playing beer pong. I remember doing a double nang in the bar, people playing beer pong, and then I'm doing my nang, and then suddenly I'm on the floor over the beer pong table, and the table's collapsed, and there's water all around me and beer all around me, and I'm like, what happened? They're like, you literally fell into the net table because you did double nang. I was like, why are they selling these?
Why are they selling these?
Money? I don't know. Bali? Crazy.
Yeah, that $2.
Yeah, crazy.
Fuck, that's crazy.
So fun though.
Oh, I haven't actually told the reason I cried.
Oh my God, yes. Okay. Right. So you had...
So I had to take get my wisdom teeth taken out. They put me on this Twilight thing, and they were basically like, it's just going to relax you and you won't remember the surgery. Mm-hmm. But I didn't realize I had to arrange someone to pick me up as well. Mm-hmm. So... and apparently they didn't check this before either. So I wake up after the surgery and I kind of, I remember this bit. I kind of wake up and I was just so overcome with emotion. I don't know why, but I was very, very emotional. And then you need someone to pick you up, and I instantly burst into tears.
Oh, no.
And they phone my work and they get my random colleague to come and get me from my wisdom teeth surgery. And in between all that, in between her coming to get me, which was very, very nice of her, thank you very much for doing that, Marnie. She's coming to get me, and I start, and I do remember this, but it is so foreign to me that I am like, where are my teeth? what have you done with my teeth?
I got to keep mine.
Well, and the nurse is sort of saying, you know, you didn't tell us that you wanted to keep your teeth. And I was like, what have you done with them?
Oh.
And she was like, well, we've thrown them away. And I am inconsolable. I am like, I literally remember, I'm like, they're alone in there. And she's like, no, well, you know, they're not really, like, there's a lot of other stuff in the bin. And I'm like, they're alone in there. They're lonely. They were in my mouth. Like, they didn't know this was going to happen. And I've really, really personified the teeth. Like, I am so overwhelming. And I couldn't stop crying. And they're desperately trying to get me to stop crying because they're like, you're going to rip your mouth open. Like, you literally just had surgery. And they stuffed me with gauze and they're like, you have to stop moving your mouth. And I'm like,
this is like characteristic of anesthetic, though. I think like you either cry or you're kissing yourself laughing.
Never felt like, but I did have a lot of bad stuff going on in my life, so I was very, very emotional. And basically, this is how she manages to get me to stop crying. So this nurse and Marnie, my co-worker, arrives, and she's like, "Why is she crying?" And the nurse is like, "It's a long story, but she's very upset about her teeth." Like, and Marnie's sort of like, "Oh, okay," and she's like, "No," and I'm like, "No, they've gone." And Marnie's like, "Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do." And I'm like, "No, I need them. Like, I need to hold them. I need to see them, my babies, my teeth babies." And and this is, and it's all through a mouth that's stuffed with gauze, and I'm bleeding. I'm literally bleeding, like rivulets of spit and blood, like down my face. And when I woke up the next day, my whole top and everything that I was wearing was just soaked with blood and spit. And I wake up the next morning, or the next afternoon, honestly, and I see that there's teeth on my nightstand, but there's 3 teeth, and I only had 2 teeth taken out, and they were like Robert something, and this is how they had gotten me to shut up. So I asked Marnie, I was like, I have vague memories of like leaving really, really, really happy and like feeling listened to. And and she was like, you wouldn't leave until the man having surgery after you promised to give you his teeth.
So you had a random man's teeth at your house?
Yep. And I woke up the next day and I was like,
why didn't they just get them out of the bin?
I was like, what the piss am I supposed to do with these? So I kept them for like years.
As you would.
Because I felt really weird about throwing them away. Yeah,
especially because you tried really hard to keep them.
I tried really hard to get those teeth.
I do think about this with like, because I had my appendix out and I just remember thinking like, where is it now? And I'm like...
They didn't let you keep it?
The what?
They didn't let you keep it?
No, well, I don't think you can. But also they have this like incinerator bin and maybe that's why they couldn't get your teeth out. So they put body parts and like... If you get like your foot amputated, I'm like, that's crazy that I've had that foot my whole life and like I grew that and and then now where is it? Like,
but maybe they'll let you keep the next guy's foot.
So true.
If you just cry enough.
Trophy to like have on my nightstand, you know, have it on the mantelpiece next to like someone's ashes that were not related to me that I don't know, you know.
That would deter if you need to get someone out of your house.
Yeah, so true. And like, do you reckon that there's some ashes at the funeral home that don't get collected so you could just go and say, do you have any in like the lost and found? I could keep them.
I reckon yes to the first half of your question. Yes, there's probably some ashes that don't get collected. To the second half of your question, I would hope that funeral homes aren't giving out random ashes to people who rock up and say, can I have some of the leftover ashes?
But also, what else are they going to do with them? At least someone wants them. You know?
I guess.
Like, are they keeping the ones that don't get picked up? Like, how long do they hold on to them? Are they sprinkling them somewhere? They're just putting them back in the incinerator with all the other stuff? Like, where are they going?
You sent me a list of questions before this podcast, and this question
not on there.
Wasn't on there. And I don't know what to say.
I'm going to call it the funeral home after this and be like, just checking, do you have any you need to get rid of?
What do you want them for?
Well, do you know what? I reckon there's a market for that online, 100%.
What, ashes?
Well, just people are freaks. Like, think about the dark web. People are on wiki feed. I'm sure there's someone out there. Like, people.
The DMs after this are going to be like, how much would you girls pay? No, wait. How much would you girls want to have ashes on your feet?
Literally.
What would be the fee?
One time a guy online, this is so crazy. Paying? I was so skint. I was living in London and I just quit my job / lost my job. And like, the only way that I could pay my rent that month was because I had like accidentally been paying HMRC, the tax man, a student loan, which I don't have.
Yeah, which you don't have.
They sent it all back to me. So luckily I could last another month till I got a new job. But this guy DM'd me on on Insta and was like, hey, I'll give you 500 quid to step on some bugs. And I was like, okay. So then I literally ring up my friend. I'm like, right, are you busy? He's like, nah. I'm like, get around here, go past the pet shop, pick up some mealworms. He's like, I'm on it. I'm like, I'll give you 100 quid. He's like, cool. Comes around, we get all, this is like, if Peter ever listens to this, the animal rights group, they will not like it. But I was poor. And
but weren't the mealworms already dead?
Oh no, they were alive and wiggling. It was so bad. It was really bad. But then,
oh my God.
No, and then like he made me like put on all different shoes, heels, everything.
You should have charged way more than 500 if there's different shoes happening. Well, and the bugs are alive.
It was shoes I already owned. But then he wanted me to like be really mean to the bugs and be like, where do you think you're going? Squish! And I was like, oh, okay. And so then I was like,
it's not enough that you're killing the bugs.
I had to be mean. And he'd just be like, oh, you're such a tiny, insignificant little bug. You're so small. Like,
you're really good at that.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. And then I sent him a fucking Google Drive with all the videos. And I was like, here's, send me my money, blocked. So they're out there.
Babe, you gotta get the money before.
Well, I said, I'll send you half. So I uploaded half. Then he just got them and blocked. I was like, brother. And then I look at Dan and we're just sat there surrounded by shoes.
I don't know if anyone is at home having the reaction that I am having, because I am so upset with you.
Yeah, it's just
I am devastated.
No, same.
For you.
No, and like the way that I was like to him, we're never telling this to anyone.
And then you've told
it on a podcast. But like, I just think
I am so devastated for you.
The cost of living, like, what do you want me to do?
£500 as well. Like, I know.
Still, that's like $1,000. That's like $1,000 dues.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mealworms. And then we're just sat there surrounded by sawdust and mealworms and shoes. And then I'm blocked and I'm like, we can never, ever, ever tell anyone that we did this. He's like, absolutely not, never, ever, ever. And then I think we lasted probably 3 years. And then we're like, oh, enough time's gone by that
now we can tell people.
It's funny now. But yeah, it was fucking mental. So
that is absolutely pissing mental.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, I'll look up his name on LinkedIn. I was like, wait, he did not use a real name. That's definitely...
Did he? No.
It was like, yeah, so wild. So I think I cried from that, but just from what is wrong with me?
That's such a valid crash out.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's such a valid crash out.
My other unreasonable reason for crying is, you know, they compare the meerkats?
Yeah.
Olaf and Gulag or whatever their names are.
Gulag?
I don't know. They're Russian names. Yeah.
Gulag. Beautiful name for a baby boy.
Yeah, 100%. And they have 2 nieces and nephews, or I don't know if they're boys or girls or theys or them.
I haven't been keeping up with the family.
Okay, well, they're just 2 tiny little baby meerkats, basically. Okay. And in one of the ads, they get lost and they lose. Oh, Unky Sergey, that's his name. Wow. And they go, Unky Sergey, and they've lost them. One of them's in a rope. I think they're like their gay dads or maybe they're brothers. I don't know. But basically, the meerkat ad, the baby meerkats get lost. It's really sad. They can't find their way back to Unky Sergey and the guy wearing the robe. And then
that is sad.
They do no, but then they end up finding him, and they're like, "Oh my god, Unky Sergey!"
And that's when you cried.
Me cry, yeah, I cried at that. But also, do you know what's so funny is that they compared the meerkat ad in England. Because the 2 meerkats were Russian, when Russia invaded Ukraine, they, like, muted all the ads. Because, like, people in England were like, why is this Russian on my screen?
That is such a strange butterfly effect.
Yeah, isn't it so funny? So the meerkat, because you know how the meerkat's like, woo, check your endurance, woo, like, with this accent. And then they, dubbed them all, and now I think he's, like, I don't know, more British or I don't know. But yeah, mental.
War is hell.
Yeah, honestly, the trenches. Like,
the consequences of this war.
And like working in media, I just imagine it's like when the Queen died, it was such a big day because we had to like pause all media. There was emails going around going, in light of recent circumstances regarding Her Majesty, like everyone had the email ready to go.
Yeah,
pause it all. I'm like, imagine being in the Compare the Meerkat office the day that Russia invaded Ukraine. And they have to pause all advertising because Unky Sergey and Gulag, his husband,
so bizarre.
Yeah, are Russian. So you just got to be grateful for the little things that you didn't work in that office on that day because it would have been really busy.
That's just what I'm grateful for.
Okay, here's another question for you. What's the most insane thing you've done for male validation? I don't even know what mine would be. I feel like, I bought a waist trainer one time.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
But then also, like, I don't know, I feel like male validation is so, it is deeply entrenched in like, because I would say buying a waist trainer is like, were you doing that for male validation, or were you doing that because of society's just...
Yeah, it was
like,
the
there's
Kim
so much
Kardashian, like,
yeah, exactly.
Renaissance
That's Kim
era.
Kardashian. That's like internalized misogyny, but like that's the male gaze that, you know, there's like quote, I think it's Margaret Atwood. You'll all, like, as a woman, you always have a man inside of yourself looking at you. Like you're all, basically we're all through. So I don't know. Anyway, cut that. I was so illiterate. Massive illiterate vibes. But what's the craziest thing I've done for male validation? I think probably faked orgasms when I was younger.
Oh my God, I'm still doing that. Because sometimes I can't be asked. I'm on 200 milligrams of sertraline. I'm not going to come. And some guys are like, no, I can't until you do. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm bored.
Yeah, so, I think probably, all wrapped up in that question is probably my very shameful answer, which I'm not really sure if I want this on Instagram, but we'll see, is probably the worst thing I've done for male validation is probably, honestly, is have bad sex.
Yeah,
of like,
so true.
Sex where you're just kind of there and you're like...
What's the point?
Yeah,
like,
this is rubbish. I'm thinking about the dishwasher. I'm like, oh, well, I've just gotten a dishwasher for the first time, so that's not true. But I'm like thinking about like, oh, I'm thinking about the errands I have to run. Like I'm thinking about my dissertation. Like
the worst is when you have sex and you're just thinking about cuddling at the end. You're like, I just wish I wasn't doing this. I wish I was just like spooning and talking.
Isn't that so sad?
It's so fucking sad.
Isn't that so sad that you're like, I have to... Sometimes you have to go through the sex because what you really want is a cuddle. No,
100%. It's so fucked up. And like as a single girl, like even like the other week, I was at my Situationships house and we were like cuddling on the couch and it was so nice and then like I was just thinking like, God, it would be so good to just withhold having sex so that like I just can keep doing this. And then I was like, oh well,
yeah, this is
he's earned it. Like,
oh my God, yeah,
that's so. I'm like, do I even want to do this? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so glad I have.
You have a husband.
I'm so glad I have a husband because...
Okay, flex on me like that.
No, if my husband had met me when I was any younger or like before I had therapy, then I wouldn't have been able to properly fall in love with him.
Yeah,
but yeah, seeing sex as transactional and putting up with things that don't feel good and like... Even just being so insecure in my body or whatever that I couldn't really...
You can't let go.
Yeah, you can't let go and just enjoy yourself and just feel pleasure. That's so real. Is so sad. So I probably regret all of the years that... just because someone was attracted to me and asked me out that I thought, this is what attraction feels like. But actually, you were just into the feeling of being wanted rather than actually wanting someone. That is
so true. And it's like you spend so much time thinking about, do they like me? Do they like me? Do I even like them?
Yeah,
would they be good for me? No.
Yeah, that's probably the craziest thing I've done for male validation. It's probably all wrapped up in... I would say the craziest thing I've done for male validation is care what men think at all. Yeah. Like that's probably the craziest thing was living life as a teenager and in my early 20s and caring so much, not even just what men thought, but just like caring so much what everyone else thought about me when actually, God, life is so much easier and so much better when you just care what you think about you and what other people that you respect think about you. Like find people that you respect and admire and that you really, really like and surround yourself with those people. Yeah. And just hold yourself to that standard because
it's just so mental because like even like just being on a floating rock and like the state of the world, it's like in 50 years we're all going to be like completely fucked and we're probably the last generation that has a good like chance of enjoying life on earth and living, you know, a reasonable existence, you know, like I just think who the fuck cares about anything and to like dwell on what other people think and make your whole life about that, it's a sickness. Like it is so shit.
Oh God, I remember like dating this guy in my 20s who like commented on my cellulite and it sort of was like, you know, there's things you can do to get rid of your cellulite. And honestly, like, and I cared, and instead of being like, fuck off, which is the only correct response. The only correct response is to roar with laughter, and maybe say fuck off, but even just roaring with laughter and immediately leaving. But I was like, oh, okay, like you know, and like bought a body brush from. Like, it's insane. You know, it was like it's growing when it's a secondary sex characteristic. So and like literally, oh God, just being my husband is like. He's so beautiful and he's so amazing. And I have never... You have to be comfortable with someone to have good sex. You have to be comfortable with 100%. Someone. You have to like them. You don't have to love them, but I do love my husband. But yeah, you have to like yourself. Yeah. And you have to feel comfortable. And I guess I regret caring what men who didn't like me thought about me.
Even like, I remember, you know, if you're spooning someone and then they like put their hand, this for me was my biggest insecurity, they put their hand on your stomach while you're spooning and you're like, great, now I have to suck in for as long as they're going to hold me there. And it's like, that is just the most like, that is the grimmest thing ever. Yeah. Thinking I can't even breathe out because this person who I'm in bed with that is like warm and toasty and this is like really nice and cuddly, it's like I'm still not comfortable enough, even though I've just slept with this person that's just been inside me, that I like can't relax my stomach. Which is a gift
that you gave them.
Yeah, it's like they're just lucky to be there. A beautiful gift
to share
genuinely
your beauty and your body with someone. And honestly, also, you know, I spent so much of my life hating my tummy fat.
Yeah, same.
And
my Roman Empire.
It is so absolutely ridiculous because I mean, let alone that all of our bodies are built differently and we could all eat the same thing every day, all day, and we would all still look completely different and have different bodies.
That's the whole good part
That's the whole good part of life. But also women naturally start to amass more fat in our lower bellies because it's protecting our reproductive organs. Yeah. And it's where the baby goes. So
and
like
everyone's so fucking obsessed with having babies and not having abortions. Like, stop calling me fat. You know? Everyone like I mean, I'm just meaning like...
I super get that point.
No, but I'm just meaning like people like... I'm saying like Trump's America. Okay. Trump supporters are so obsessed with like women reproducing and that being their primary like value in this world and not getting abortions and blah, blah, blah. But then there'll be the same ones that are like shaming women for not taking care of their bodies or being fat or whatever. And I'm like, you actually just... You're just so obsessed with us.
Well, it's all linked about control and the beauty industry. The multi-billion-dollar industry is built on telling women that they are wrong.
Yeah, so real.
That you are not good enough. That you have cellulite, that you are fat, that you are thin, that you are wrong.
Nails, you need eyelash extensions, you need filler in your lips, you need...
Yeah, like, but then if you do... But like... If you do get that, then you're not natural. The best thing you can be is a natural beauty, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, and I'm reading this book
you cannot exist in this world as a woman and do anything right.
And it's all a contradiction.
It's all a contradiction.
You're just a living contradiction. Like, in this book I'm reading called Matrescence, it's talking all about how, you know, women are expected to have a natural birth and a natural birth is best. And like, you know, if you feel the pain, that's like what's going to bond you with it. All this bullshit. And there's just no evidence of any of it. But like, people are fine to like impose those pressures on women. But then everything a woman does in her life up to that, like ripping out her body hair and like putting chemicals in her hair to dye it and like, you know, getting a fucking BBL, all this shit that is just completely normalized to basically like deform able-bodied women and make them feel less than and like they need more. It's like you're so obsessed with natural birth, but you're fine for every single other thing that a woman does to be unnatural. Like, it's just so weird because you just like have fine for women to be in pain, basically.
Oh, it's totally, absolutely fine for women to be in pain.
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of the patriarchy, so I'm elbowing my own tea. Okay, what's another question?
Here's a good question. Okay, what's a good hear me out crush that you stand by?
Oh, a good hear me out crush that I stand by. Margaret Thatcher. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Whoa. I'm sorry. I thought it would be funny to say.
I'm actually the 143rd biggest comedy podcast in Ireland at the moment.
Oh my God.
And so they're all going to see that.
That was a joke. Maggie Thatcher, milk snatcher. Glad she's dead.
Rot in hell, bitch.
Rot in hell. Yeah. My hear me out crush is probably, oh my God, I wish I could think of a better answer for this.
Mine's Gil from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. He's suave. He's very suave.
I like the saber-toothed tiger from Ice Age as well.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern. You a bit of a furry?
Well, no, because a fish is smooth. A fish is very silky and smooth.
Very true, very true.
My friend's is Lightning McQueen. She loves...
Why are all of yours...
I don't know, because they're unhinged. Like, hear me out. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Oh, well, mine was going to be a person.
Oh, it can be a person. It can be, like, just, like, a... I feel like maybe mine that's problematic.
Okay.
Do you know what? Mine are all just weird inanimate objects. Like, I can't. You know? It's like... Mine's like the big toothbrush from that Colgate ad years ago. You know, like the big toothbrush that looks down at the little one?
Oh, my God. Mine... This is... I don't know if I can do mine. I don't know if I'm feeling safe enough to do my...
Please,
do my hear me out crush.
Yeah. I kind of like those artist dolls as well. Actually, there's one right there. It's like the wooden ones that you can pose. He's kind of like, you know, who is he? You know? Like, look at him. He's like, he looks really good.
I actually have to get this to show people what you're talking
that's
about.
Kind of like... He just looks so...
There's something wrong with you.
No, but I'm looking at him right now and I'm like, he's cute.
Shamelessly.
It's okay.
This is insane.
Yeah, let's see. So I would say, like, to me, having this growing up and having this man in my room and, like, him looking at me, I'm like, he's fit. Like, this is a beautiful golden man, you know? This is like a hear me out. No, but, like, some people will know what I mean. Like, it is a man, right? I think. But anyway, this is my, like, hear me out crush.
It's wearing a miniskirt. I think it's a girly.
Those aren't childbearing hips, you know? This is a...
Not all women have childbearing hips.
No, I think this is a beautiful man.
This is a beautiful man.
I definitely have had a crush on this thing.
That is... I just don't know what to say for my hear me out now.
And you can just do lots of things with him, but he... You know, like, I think he's great.
Oh, my goodness.
It's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he can go here for the rest of the
year. My hear me out was going to be David Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
From Peep Show.
Well, people say I look like Olivia Colman.
You do, actually.
I look like everything. This is a thing. Like, I get DM'd all the time, like, you look like this thing, and I'm like, what is it now? And it's like Daisy Mae Cooper in this country. And it's like fucking... Kate Hudson or someone, you know, like, no, it goes...
Slay.
But then it'll be like a tiny little, like, you know those crazy little mice possum things, and they have huge eyeballs and they're like blonde and brown and they're like... And they're like drinking water.
Sugar gliders?
Pretty much, yeah. Let me show you. It's like a...
Cool.
I'll show you right now.
No, I just got my hair cut and it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it looks insane.
No, it's cute. It's like... It's very edgy.
It is very edgy.
So these sugar gliders...
It's the most bisexual haircut I've ever had.
I agree. When I went through like I was in a really fat and ugly period in London and I was like, do you know what? I've always wanted a shag haircut and I'm already fat and ugly. I'm just going to lean in. And then I got it and I was like, this is awesome. I look back at that. I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on there? Like, she's not having a good time.
Yeah, my hair's going to have to grow
These are not... All right, so these are what I'm talking about. These weird little babies. See them? People say I look like that.
What are they?
So we need
Possums? No.
I don't know. We need to zoom in on that just for everyone at home. But yeah, I get told I look like... I think they're sugar gliders, maybe. Sugar babies?
They look too big for sugar gliders. Are they sugar gliders?
It's called a sugar glider hawk.
A sugar glider hawk?
Yeah, apparently they pee a lot.
They are so cute.
Yeah, well... Apparently that's one of my lookalikes.
Girls do be peeing.
Girls be pissing. But yeah, I forgot what we were even talking about.
My hear me out crush.
Oh yeah, David Mitchell.
To get my GED.
Oh.
So when you're in school...
That's my audiobook, guys. On the last book of an 18-book series, and I'm going to be real. That's going to be a reason I cry irrationally.
Again.
I'm just going to miss them. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to miss them so much.
I reread all my favourite books all the time.
Yeah, but... I already know what happens, you know?
Oh, but I love that. Nah. I'm very comforted by that. It's why I rewatch things all the time as well.
Shrek 2 is like on my rota. Like that, I'm watching that every week. Just like in the background, you know?
Because it's comforting.
Yeah, so comforting. But books, I'm like, that's so much time and effort that I'm investing.
No, I love rereading books. I'm actually terrible for it. I need to read a different book. But I'm always just rereading Circe by Madeline Miller.
Oh my God. I read, what's the other one? Achilles, Song of Achilles.
Song of Achilles.
Obsessed.
So good.
Is Circe like better or same or?
They're both really, really, really good. I probably slightly prefer Circe, but they're both very good. She's also, I think she also wrote a short story about a statue that comes to life. I think that was her. I really liked that as well.
Wow, my name's Madeline too, so maybe we're
pretty cool.
Just so cool.
Pretty cool and sexy.
Right, I think we have time for one more question. So let me just I Oh, I also wanted to know, why do you have rubber gloves on in your picture? Is that part of your show?
Oh yeah, so I had I thought it would be fun at the promo shoot to have rubber gloves covered in blood.
Cool.
So
Very
that's
Dexter.
what. Yeah, it's very Dexter. It's very. I was thinking also kind of like a Desperate Housewives.
Cute.
Kind of sinister. Because the show is called What Doesn't Kill You. But I will be doing a new show in October at the Fringe. Be doing a trial show of a new hour.
What are the themes?
The themes of the new hour are probably overwhelmingly mental health and a distraction.
Ooh, okay.
Like, it's very weird at the moment to do comedy because I just feel like everything is going so terribly.
Okay, yeah. What, in the world or in your life?
In the world and not really in my life. Like,
That's
I'm very happily newly married. I have smashed some goals in comedy that I never even really dreamed of having. But then at the same time, this is the kind of material that I'm writing at the moment. I just have to listen to myself and be like, okay, well, I guess this is what I'm writing. Like, I keep trying to write something happy, but I just keep coming up with, I've been put on antidepressants. They haven't started working yet, but I am gaining a lot of weight, and then high-fiving an audience member. And like, I just have to be true to what I'm writing. So there's like a song in there about like, if you're a renter, you can do anything. If you're a renter, you can do anything. But really the only benefits that I find in the song is that you can pour cooking grease down the drain.
So
because
true,
you don't own the house.
And you just don't care.
So you don't care about the pipes. So yeah, it's kind of like a sardonic, I don't know, take on... Anyway, I'm hoping that people find it funny. And it's called Robyn Reynolds is Better Than Ever. So it's basically like I'm doing better than ever because
yes.
I don't know. Yeah, but I'm not. But anyway, so I hope that people... I think it's the perfect comedy show for what's happening right now.
Yeah, I'm excited. Is it going to be in Australia or is it going to be...
Yeah, it's at the Melbourne Fringe.
Hell yeah.
And if it goes well, I'll take it international. But
is the Melbourne Fringe different to the Melbourne Comedy Festival?
Yes.
Is it? Wait.
Yeah.
I literally didn't know that.
So the comedy festival is in March, April.
Yeah.
And the Fringe is in October.
Oh my God.
I believe it starts
I'm going to have to do another, see who's coming round to Melbourne.
I'm a Fringe girly, to be honest. I love the comedy festival, but...
What's the difference?
Fringe is Fringe. Like, Fringe festivals were created...
Are they all linked? Like Edinburgh Fringe, Melbourne Fringe, Adelaide Fringe?
Some of them are part of the World Fringe. I do think that they're all part of the World Fringe.
Why is it called Fringe?
Well, it's supposed to be like you're on the fringes. Like, Fringe festivals were created because comedy festivals can be quite hard to get into and hard to get a venue. And Fringe festivals are ostensibly, or used to be, created for that reason, that everyone on the fringes of the scene, like the art scene, like you don't have to be a professional to put on a Fringe show.
Love
like
that.
anyone can put on a Fringe show.
Maybe I'll do one.
You can do one. Oh, except actually registration's already closed.
Oh,
but
no.
you could try to put on a late registration one.
I don't even know what I would do. Probably just like this kind of thing. Or I would just go and like tell a story.
And that's what Fringe is. Fringe is, you can be anything. So that's why it's called a Fringe, because it's more...
anything you want to be in this
You're
world.
on the fringes, which is why I love Fringe slightly more than
it's
a comedy
bit more
fest. It's more me.
A bit more metal.
I feel more fringy than a comedy fest girly, to be honest.
Love that. And with a shag haircut,
Yes, with my shag haircut that I have received because my hair was so damaged from being chronically ill.
Yay.
So if I'm going to receive any rude comments about the haircut, you're being very rude.
You won't. You won't. I think it looks really edgy.
Look, I'm learning how to style it. It happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, is that new?
Yeah, it literally happened yesterday. And she was like, how much am I allowed to take off? And I said, how much needs to come off? And she was like, this much is damaged.
Good for you, girl.
And I was like, okay, just do it.
This is what I mean. Like, when I go to my hairdresser, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't care, just do it. Like, she's like, okay. And then she'll be like, how much do you want off? And I'm like, you already know what you're going to do. Whether I tell you this much or this much, you're going to cut the same. But now it just gets to the point where I'm like, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, shh, just shut up. Let me do it. I'm like, this is what I need.
Yeah,
I need
you gotta
like
be able to trust them.
Like you need a dom as a hairdresser. Do you know?
I agree. You do need a dom as a hairdresser.
Yeah, like someone who tells you like to shut up and let me do it. Because like also hairdressers, like, have you ever tried recommending something to a hairdresser and they're like, yeah, and it's like they get really like, they're really like gatekeepy about like, or if you're like, oh, I heard this product's good, they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, do you know what? You're actually just going to do what you want to do, and that's good because that's your craft. I don't need to be telling a chef how to make an egg, you know?
I feel like your hairdresser is much more of a dom than mine.
It's awesome. Like, because like literally I took my friend to her and he'd had like fluffy hair his whole life, like big fluffy hair. Took her to her, she's like, and he's like, what if you just did this, just like, shut up and let me cook. He's had that haircut for 2 years now, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like,
damn.
Yeah, because she's like, I know what looks good, just shush. And like you'll say something and she'll be like, shh. Or like if you like moving your head, she'll be like, still. I'm like, yes, like need this. Like the Vietnamese nail ladies, when they're like, when you move your hand, they're like, stay still. I'm like, yes, ma'am. You know? That works for me.
Fair enough.
And I need that. Anyway, this is all we have time for.
Okay.
But this has been so great, and thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe and rate and review. And love you guys. Bye.